Hey there, I'm Christine, and I am going to talk today about cruise forums, online forums that you can use to read reviews and a lot of other things that you can do online and with apps. And these are apps and online forums that I personally use and recommend. So when I first started cruising, let's see, I took my first cruise in 2005. And that was on Norwegian, on the Dream, which is now retired. My next cruise was in 2009. So I had a 4-year gap where I really didn't think about doing it again. And then we started going to Disney right after our first cruise, actually, in '05. We went, no, in '04, 2004, we took our first trip to Disney World. I'm from California, so I grew up going to Disneyland, and I moved to Indiana in 2000. So it took me 4 years of living here to realize, hey, I can go to Disney World. I, kind of lived, 1,000 miles closer. So I did. And about a year later, I took my first cruise. And then we started going to Disney World every year. And then one day, one trip in 2009, it was for our anniversary. And we went to, it was 2009. It was our first year as DVC members. We were staying at the Polynesian. And I decided for our anniversary that I was going to surprise my husband by booking a 3-day cruise because, we weren't sure if we were going to, like a Disney cruise. We love Disney, but, we just didn't know. So we booked a 3-day cruise and absolutely loved it. Then we started cruising thereafter every year, sometimes twice a year. Now in 2009, when we started cruising, I found Cruise Critic. You may have heard of it. And if you've heard that it's full of drama and just drama, it can be. But here's the thing. While it has a lot of drama, you can avoid the drama. You don't have to read the drama. You don't have to get involved in the drama. What it's great for is they have put years of work into putting information regarding every cruise line, every cruise ship. People can write reviews, and I have some, I don't know if they're really tips, but the way that I look at reviews that we'll talk about, because reviews are very subjective. People get in bad moods and they write things they don't even mean. So anyway, you can read reviews, you can check deck plans, you can check reviews on cabins, and you can go to the forum and look up, do a search on almost any subject and find information. And again, just avoid the drama. So Cruise Critic is very much worth your time. Go register and poke around, spend time, browse. I highly recommend it, as long as you go in with an open mind and realize that if you run into drama, just scroll past it. Unless you like it. And if you like it, you're going to love Cruise Critic because there's a lot. But just scroll past it. If you don't like it, don't let that stop you from going and registering and becoming a member of Cruise Critic, because there's a wealth of information there. And if you're like me at all and you're a planner, you will love it. And even if you're not like me and not into crazy planning, you'll still find so much that you can research there. And let's face it, part of the fun of planning a vacation is the planning. Part of the fun of taking a vacation is the planning. Said that wrong. And it's true. It's true. Gosh, I book a cruise usually anywhere from 8 months to a year out. And I join the roll call. They have roll calls, which just means that you find your cruise date, and anybody that is going on the cruise at the same time as you, they will sign up on that thread, and you all can talk to each other. You can ask questions that maybe you're only going to think about because of the time of year or the ports. And that's another thing. You can do a ton of research on ports and excursions. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Don't let the negative things that are said about it stop you from checking it out. The other thing I want to recommend is Shipmates. Shipmates is an app. So get the app, Shipmates. It's awesome. You can go in there, and I wish I knew how to edit my videos because I would show you what it looks like. But it is Shipmate, Shipmate, and it has the ships in there, so you can find out all the statistics on the ships. You can put in your cruises that you're going to take, and it'll do a countdown. And if you like to put your countdowns on a social media site, just getting excited about it, you can take a screenshot of that and you can put it on to social media sites with the countdown on it. It's got a forum within it. You can talk to people that are going on the same cruise. Tons of pictures that you can look at. And like I said, it's also got the statistics on each cruise line and cruise ship. And that's pretty awesome. So, I mean, I find we've taken 11 cruises, and I still love to go in there and just read about the ships. We've been on a couple of ships twice, and even those, and I feel like I know them very well. I will still go in and see what I can find out. These are great tools to use when you're picking your cabins. So you can go in there and do some research. Even if you're using a travel agent, you can go in before you call the travel agent, and you can look at the decks. You can find reviews on the cabins. Maybe you want to be close to an elevator. Maybe you don't even know what you would like as far as a cruise goes. You can go into these forums and you can just start investigating, and you can find, reviews and people talking about certain cabins or certain decks, aft, forward, what's good about a certain area of the ship, what you're closest to. You can find out what you think may appeal to you, and you'll get all these thoughts through reading other people's experiences. So highly recommend that you go to Cruise Critic and that you download the app Shipmate. There are other apps out there. I use iCruise, which is also an app. And the reason I use iCruise, because I believe iCruise is, the app is for a particular travel agent or agency. But the reason that I like the app is because they have a search engine, and that's really what it is. It's a search engine for like every cruise that's out there for the next couple of years. And if I decide, sometimes when we're traveling, I just pass the time by going in and daydreaming that I'm going to take a cruise, and I'll put in a date, and I'll, say, 7-day cruise or whatever. I refine it as best as I can, or to whatever I'm interested in. And it pulls up hundreds of cruises for those dates. And I can just go through and I can look at the prices. I mean, I know I started considering a transatlantic cruise, and so I just went to iCruise, and again, it's an app on my phone. I just went to it and I looked for a transatlantic, and I was able to shop and browse prices and where they leave from and things like that. And it can get you excited for trips. It can give you ideas for trips. It can give you ideas on how much money you need to save. So these are great apps and websites that I highly recommend, and they're really fun to go and browse to get you either, as I said, give you ideas on what cruises to book, or it just gets you excited for your upcoming cruise. So I don't know if you know of some websites or some apps out there that you like to use. And I know that there are other apps like specific to cruise lines. Those are cool. When you have a cruise line that you're going on, just do a search in your Apple Store or your Game Play Store, whatever it's called, Play Store, and look for, just put in Carnival, put in Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and see if they have apps specific to their cruise line, and download it and see what they're about. And there are other websites, and there's tons of groups on Facebook. So just do some searches for these groups and get involved. You will learn a lot and you'll get excited. Again, whether you're a newcomer or whether you're experienced, there's something for everybody and it's exciting. So those are my tips, if you will, my recommendations on websites and apps. And if you have any apps or websites that you use that you like, leave a comment. I would love to know about them. I love to register and get involved and learn more. So if you know of any, yeah, please, comment below. Let me know. And if you have any questions, again, comment and subscribe because I try to post something daily. I do have a daily message where I just talk and kind of geared towards positive thinking and gratitude, living a grateful lifestyle. I do enjoy talking about that. So if you're interested, please take a look at my videos. And I have these separated into playlists. I have my daily message, my cruises, and my Disney videos. So help yourself, browse around. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. You can follow me on Twitter, and I'd follow you back at Thegratitudediva. And if you want to email me for any reason, please feel free to at thegratitudediva@gmail.com. And if you have any tips or recommendations, leave them. I would love to hear them. So I will talk to you later with more cruise tips, Disney tips, or see you tomorrow morning for my daily message. Bye. Have a good evening.